Hey everybody, I'm Ben.
And I'm Drake.
And the irrelevant topic today is scary medical procedures.
Gotta dance with it. Today we're doing extreme medical procedures. We have 6 of them, maybe 7, depending on if we get that far.
I mean, these are really old medical procedures and they're kind of freaky.
I don't know, the Black Plague is it's a current issue. I know a person who gets Black Plague.
That's right, I forgot. You told me about that guy. That's fictional. First medical procedure. Mouse paste for toothaches. Apparently, ancient Egyptians mashed mice with a blend of other ingredients. You'd rub the paste to painful teeth. Like that. It didn't fix toothaches. There's no way.
How do you know?
It's a theory. Like,
You're not even a doctor.
they put the mouse in their mouth, and immediately the tooth was no longer a concern because they had squashed mice in there. That's freaking filthy. And then it says other ingredients, so I guess like oregano or something.
Yeah, just squashed mouse and then like butter.
Black pepper. And some tomato sauce.
Yeah.
All right, next topic.
So have you ever, been out in the garden and you're pulling up a plant and you accidentally cut your hand, right?
I don't go outside.
Okay, maybe you're playing PlayStation and you cut your hand somehow, right?
Okay.
And then you're like, wow, I made a sandwich 3 days ago, but I forgot to put the bread up. You have moldy bread. Well,
Where's this going?
the trick in Egypt is to get the moldy bread, rub it against the the cut, it's disinfected, and most of the time, if they didn't die, it cured.
Oh, really?
Because moldy bread has penicillin in it, believe it or not.
Right, so 100% of the time that they survive, it works.
So if you ever get in a situation where you cut yourself and you're afraid it's going to be infected, just rub some moldy bread. It'll work.
Yeah, I hope you have that in stock.
Next up on the slate,
Hemicolectomy?
what a horrible word.
I know.
For what it's trying to solve.
Right? Hemicolectomy is cutting a tongue in half to fix a person's stutter and also prevent them from saying this word. They did this in the 18th and 19th century. This practice is still used today? Oh, but for oral cancer. I'll finish reading next time. Oh my gosh. They used to do this without anesthesia. That means they brought a person in and they're like, excuse me, I have a stutter. And they're like, we'll fix that. Just stand really still.
Back in the 1900s, there was a situation where men, couldn't put out and they couldn't get a woman pregnant. They were infertile. So a man said, you know what might help? If we stick these goat testicles in your scrotum. A lot of patients died, but he got super rich doing it. No regrets. No regrets.
No regrets.
Sir, here in my medical records it says you can't have a child. Is that true?
No, that's true.
Well, turns out I slaughtered a goat the other day. Maybe I can try to shove his testicles in your scrotum. He said that with a straight face, and the guy was like, yeah, let's give it a shot.
Yeah. Who's the bigger idiot? The guy who thought
this guy
putting the goat testicles into the scrotum would fix it, or the guy who believed the dude that said that?
This guy's not an idiot because he was one of the most wealthy from this. He got really rich from this.
There's stupid people that are rich.
This is stuff you need when you're a college student. Moldy bread fixes
And goat testicles.
and goat testicles.
All right. This is the 5th.
1 + 5, yes.
Procedure 5. Crocodile dung.
Crocodile Dung D.
Okay. Back to ancient Egypt again. Crocodile dung used as a contraceptive of choice. They believed inserting it into the vagina would provide a barrier between the male and female organs.
I heard about this.
Other common ones were tree sap, lemon halves, and elephant dung. But crocodile dung is the most popular.
Yeah, believe it or not, I saw this on John Oliver. He talked about.
What?
Yeah, he was talking about sex ed, and he mentioned Egyptians, or somebody mentioned Egyptians sticking poop up their butt.
Up their butt? They don't have to stick anything up their butt.
Into the vagina. Okay.
Right.
That's just interesting. And gross. So let's go back 600 or 700 years to the Black Plague. Everyone's dying. desperate times call for desperate measures, right?
Sure.
So the doctors thought that the Black Plague was caused by vapors, so they thought they could destroy the vapors with more potent vapors, like farts.
Hey, there it is.
People were recommended to keep goats inside their houses and to fart into a jar, which they would seal. Goats?
Goats.
I don't see how that plays into...
No, some guy was like, fart into a jar, and then when you see the Black Plague coming around, you toss it. He goes, is that all? Well, you have to have a goat in your house, too.
Oh, and it didn't work.
Oh, okay.
That's the last point here. It was not effective. Anytime they were suspected that they were near the plague, they would take a big old whiff of what was in that jar.
Let's go. I'm sensing some plague! Oh, that's great. Can't get sick now. All right. This is the final medical procedure. A head transplant. They've been testing this on animals since the 1970s. No success. Surprising. As the animals end up paralyzed from the difficulty of connecting the spinal column to the head. That means some guy, he took off the head first and then realized he had to reconnect it to the spinal column.
Right.
It says the science has been discovered to allow reattachment of the spinal columns from 2 different subjects, but has not been tested on humans yet. Nor should it be.
That's the problem. I mean, you can never know until you test it on humans, right?
Right. But I mean, what I'm saying is, it messed up when trying to, due to the difficulty of connecting the spinal column to the head. You would think they would have been, okay, if we want this head on this thing, we have to have a way of reattaching it before we attempt this, you guys. You know they didn't just go, hey guys, do you want to try a head transplant today? Yeah, what's the plan? I don't know, we're just going to cut it off and then slap it on there and see if it stays.
We'll super glue it to the body.
No, you know they like tried to map it out. But if it's still, they couldn't connect the spinal column to the head, that means they tried this first and went, oh, dude, I forgot that detail of how to get them to stay connected.
That's right. That's a shame. I would love to see a liger that wasn't, like a manufactured liger, like the head of a lion, body with
right.
Tiger.
That's right. Here's another question I have.
Or a centaur.
Whoa! Wait, but you have to remove the bottom half too. Not an issue. All right. This is weird. It says it has not been tested on humans yet, but how would you test that? Because
that's easy.
No. But wait. You'd have to cut off a person's head. Someone would have to go like, I volunteer to have my head chopped off and put it somewhere else.
Death row inmates.
But inmates like, hey, you're on death row, but you're also part of a science experiment. He's like, great, as if I'm not getting enough.
Here's the thing. They could probably be like, you know what? Here's the thing. You could either die with the injection, or you can have a chance of living with the head transplant.
And then we'll just put you back in prison. No, but what I mean is, okay, for it to be tested on humans, they're not going to cut off some living dude's head and then put it on a dead body. Which means some dude that needs a head transplant, they're going to have to take another living person and go, we need to borrow this entire part of your body. Okay, all I can say is I would want nothing to do with any of these medical procedures. It baffles me that people thought any of these worked. They're just, let's squash a mouse and put it on your tooth and it'll stop hurting.
Yeah, I mean,
where was the science behind that?
It all revolves around high medical bills.
Oh, okay. That makes no sense.
So if you ever find yourself in a situation where you need moldy bread, goat testicles, or fart jars, you know what to use it for. So, there you have it. My name is Drake.
I'm Ben, and this was Topics Irrelevant. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We'll catch you guys this Thursday.